Hi, everybody. Everybody. I have a dog that has a screw loose. Do you guys have a dog that has a screw loose? Like, when he realizes I'm in here, he's going to come tearing around the corner. He's like, I don't know. Granted, he's on drugs, but I didn't think they were that good of a drug. Uh, the Basset Hound. Woohoo! Yeah. He should not be moving as well as he moves. He just shouldn't be because he just shouldn't. What, twice in one day? What the heck's going on? I don't understand. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm going to take a second and share, because sharing is caring. So there's class tonight, and Sam isn't home from work yet, so he'll be doing class. Class is going to be a random kind of chat thing tonight, I believe, and that's in the private membership, you guys. So we probably be talking about crystals as well as maybe some shadow work and stuff like that. That's not the crazy one. Oh, don't come by me, though. No, I don't need that. Who doesn't need that love? Right. Hi, everybody. Yeah, that's tonight. Odin. I mean, just like, oh my gosh. It's oh, that's a blooper moment. Anyhow, oh, I'm supposed to be doing homework. I know that, by the way. Thank you, Stardust. The other one's going to come ripping in here when he realizes he's out there alone and needy. That's Odin. Odin, the All-Father. Actually, he's like Odin, the needy dog. So, but he is adorable. He's actually not old. He's only 4, but he's running himself ragged. So, anyhow, I'm gonna share out really quickly. If you guys would share, that'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. I have homework to do. I can do 2/3 of my homework. I just Odin the Almighty. Odin. Let me tell you what. We're lucky to have him. He's an adorable dog. I can't believe the other one hasn't torn in here and just been like all over the place because he's just been weird today. Has anybody else's dog's been weird? I know there's been a lot of pet issues in the last month. Sylvia T, hey. There's been a lot of I know, I saw you did homework and I'm like, oh, I'm really behind. So I will get that done probably in the morning, actually. I'll get it done. Good evening. So this morning we started off with mediumship, and we ended up breaking off to who did we talk to, you guys? Who did we talk to this morning? I'll just throw this out there while I share. He kind of popped in, and I was like, oh, we're not going to do that, and then we ended up doing it. So it's really interesting when we have well-known energies pop in, and we get to ask questions and stuff like that. We're not doing that either. So here I am sharing away. Let's do that. Post. And I'm looking for one more. Let's do that one. Okay. So Robin Williams. We had Robin Williams pop in this morning, and it was so interesting because he just kind of comes in and he's a force of nature. He really is. And who was talking this morning? Tanya Lee was talking that Prince and Robin Williams do like to come in. You're having 2 pets with issues. It's been a really rough month for people with pets, and a lot of surgeries and vet appointments and things like that. You love it when Robin comes. He's like this big energy. He's like this. When he came in this morning, I just kind of repeated what he said. He was like, "Good morning, Vietnam," and when he does that, because he'll do it and I won't say it sometimes, and I'll just be like, "No, we're not going to do that." But I had opened up really wide this morning, and I was like, "Just let's do this, and he's like, "You said let's do this." Why not me? And what is it Metatron when I said why me, and he said why not? So that's what I said to Robin Williams. Why not? It was at the end. It was the last 20 minutes, I think. Yeah, it was like the last 20 minutes. And he was just talking. He just comes in. Yeah, does he get that? Do you get that too, Joanna? That's how he announces himself. Good morning, Vietnam. And it's really, really what it feels like. Prince has been coming to you too. I love working with Prince. Now, we can do a little Prince today if you guys want to do a little Prince, because I could pull him in really, really super easy. Because he just he's such a big, I'm glad to know I'm not the only one, because I thought it sounds generic to bring in Robin Williams that way, right? For anybody that has seen Good Morning Vietnam, it's an excellent movie. Excellent movie. And he just has he shows a lot of his dynamic side in that. You would love Prince. Hello, Mr. Fry. Who's Mr. Fry? This needs a straw. Okay. He loves to come to you on airplanes. Oh, interesting. I've only had 2 cups of coffee, but I have packed about 25 boxes today, Mr. Fry, so don't give me a hard time. Class is 7 p.m. Central this evening. 7 p.m. Central. Oh, gosh. 7 p.m. Central. And it is going to be kind of a random class. I don't know exactly what Sam's got planned, but we're going to do a little bit of randomness, I think. Yes, and put Prince on an amazing show. Put Prince on an amazing show when I saw him. Oh, did he? I would have loved to have seen Prince in person. And he talks about how dynamic the music he enjoyed was. He just... is the mediumship for members tonight? No, we're actually going to do mediumship here right now. This is just me getting on. This is my fun time. Sam's class is at 7 tonight. So you better get to your recordings. All right. Talk to you later, Tanya. So if everybody could share one time, that would be great. We're going to start. We can bring in Prince in a little bit. He's around. Actually, I have Michael Jackson hanging pretty close too. Must be musical day. What the heck's going on? They're not like I know they weren't, but I know they weren't buds in life, guys. I know that. Okay. But the other side's different, right? The other side's different. Oh, am I freezing? I shouldn't be freezing. Am I freezing for anybody else? Oh, Buford did come in. And he just decided to lay down because he's been running around like crazy little dog. I don't know what's the best way to put it. Okay. All right. So we're going to do some mediumship, right? And then we'll see if we can pull in anybody else that wants to come through. And I actually know that Prince would love to come through. I'm hearing, yes, Diana Bradley's birthday today. Zenny's birthday is today. Do we have any other birthdays today? Right. I need to have someone on the private membership that can do the whoop whoop for the birthdays when the birthdays come on. So we can have like this. Thank you. My earrings are from Pawnee. They're Pawnee, Oklahoma. They were done by a Pawnee artist, a Native American artist. It is the cosmology. That's it. The cosmology of the Pawnee Indians incorporated into earrings. But thank you. Am I doing personal mediumship? I'm thinking that I may be opening my books to personal mediumship. I usually just throw in mediumship in my regular readings if it comes up. So when I do a regular reading and you book a regular personal private reading with me, it encompasses more than just psychic readings. It encompasses animal totems, Akashic records, all those different things. So let us move forward. We're going to the way I'm doing mediumship now is just a little bit different than I was. We're not just going to be running through mediumistic stuff. I have a lady that is 65 and blah, blah, blah. We're not going to be doing it quite like that. We're going to be working on a memory. Wow, you're part Cherokee. Yeah, we have a home in Pawnee, Oklahoma. There's a big melting pot of Native American populations in that area. And we try to support the local artists and buy things when we travel. And we just happen to be, we have a house there, but we just are selling it. So I wanted to make sure I got this piece before we left. But yeah, Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is going to be, thank you so much, Ranger. If you guys are new to us, please let us know. We always want to welcome the new people warmly because we have an incredible community of intuitive people here, right? Intuitive development and professionals. We have a lot of professionals that are within the membership and on our feed. So we enjoy that. We enjoy that because we are just, we teach so that we can learn as well. Some of our best teachers are our students. So yay. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling across pretty much a memory of that somebody is bringing across from the other side. And if you can take it, feel free to step forward and say yes. This is a gallery, Stardust. So what we're going to do is I will start pulling across information and describing something in a situation. If it rings with you, hi, Mark. Hi, April. If it rings with you, we do yes, no, I don't know. I don't want to know any other information. Maria Pia, welcome, welcome. We don't want to know any other information. You guys make sure to go to My Mystical Life on Facebook and give it a like because we have a new goal that we're trying to do. So don't tell me Great Aunt Gertie's purple hat is hanging in the closet. I don't want to know. Okay. Just if I say something and you can validate it, say yes. All right. And then as we get into it and I say, please give more give what we're validating that yes, what percentage, and then we'll go from there. Cause I want to make sure that this message goes to the right one. We're trying to do really exact information. We're not going with randomness. So we have 5-10 people trying to claim somebody because it takes a while to whittle that down. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see what we have going on. I want to talk about a male. Actually, I already have a male that's here that, no problem, Stardust. Everybody does something a little bit differently, don't we? So perfect. No worries. I already have a male here and I want to talk about this here. He gives me the image of, almost as if he had been hit in the head. There's some sort of concussion that goes with this. I feel it actually went like this. So it was just a really strong sensation that maybe he had been in an accident or hit his head in some way. But it just is this, actually, it feels cool. It just feels like it has been damaged. I also want to talk about this person had firearms. He also wants to talk about something that he wanted to do in life that he missed. I know that he missed out on something in life. He had bigger plans than what he was able to accomplish. And I also want to say that it's not so much that he had too many roadblocks in front of him other than himself. He might have thought about doing stuff, but procrastinated a lot. And it might have had something to do with something mechanical. Like I see him turning wrenches and I see him trying to adjust old car, almost kind of thing. Like it was simple machinery, easy to work with, but I feel like he had something he wanted to do, but he didn't have the confidence in himself, or he didn't have, here's a better way to put it. He didn't have the support system that he could rely on people that would know how to do book work or things like that and bring that energy into what he needed to manifest. You know what, you guys, I'm trying to give exact information. So if anybody can take this guy, I also have like a red fire, a red flame. I'm not quite sure. It's not exactly a flame. It looks like it's painted. Can anybody take this? Can anybody take this guy? You know what? It's funny because there is a real Great Aunt Gertie out there. Who is it? I kind of think they're on the feed tonight. They're like, I had a Great Aunt Gertie. You're shitting me. So let me see. Can anybody take this gentleman? So I'm going to continue on explaining some of the things he wants to talk about. He talks about missed opportunities. He talks about a missed partnership as well. I feel like there was a love interest that just didn't work. It just didn't work. I almost have to say, I feel like that there was in the female counterpart of what could have been a relationship, there might have been some imbalance or some sort of addiction that caused an issue and was stepped away from. Can anybody take that? Hello, hello. You had a great Aunt Gertrude. Gert. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. I keep getting this side of the face, like this side of the face had such a problem. Almost because at this point, normally I have Archangel Michael. I could feel on my lip here, but I know it sounds so weird. But I only feel a little bit. So it's almost like just a little, like there was just a little sensation. Okay, so I'm moving on. So far we have Michelle Snyder says she can take all of it. Let me continue on. He's talking about some sort of shirt, some sort of hoodie or some sort of shirt that had writing on it. I don't know if it was either black or dark, muddy green, gray. Some sort of shirt. It was some sort of something he wore. You kept his shirt. Does that shirt fit that description? Like a darker gray, greenish, muddy, not muddy, but it held significance, is all I know. It held significance, gray brown. It held significance to him. Like maybe it was his favorite, or why do I feel like I'm whistling? For a dog or a pet? It would have been a dog, but I feel like there was a dog. Was there a dog? Look at me. Is there a dog? Because I'm like looking, I'm like, what? I feel like I want to call something. I want to call to something and have it come to me. I want to call to something and have it come to me. He had 7 dogs. Did he hunt with dogs? Because I saw a gun earlier. Birds. Okay. All right. We're on. I told you I was trying for exact information, right? Michelle Schneider. This is Michelle Schneider, you guys. When she clinched it with the dogs, I got goosebumps all over the place. So, avid pheasant hunter. Okay, yeah. So here's where we're fleshing this out, right? You can go to YouTube. Yeah, we're on My Mystical Life on YouTube, and click notifications. Absolutely, click the little bell, all that good stuff. We're also on Facebook. And we do have a website, mymysticallife.com, right? .com. Here we go. That's us. What is that? Why does that look like that? What the hell is going on? Changed my graphic. Let me get rid of that. That's horrible. Okay, there we go. So the message in this, we're not going to spend a ton of time, going into more detail on who it is, but unanswered things. And that's why when they come across with so much information about, look, I missed my mark. No, thank you, Jennifer Lucas. I missed my mark. I didn't get to do the things I wanted to get done. And, he would have, I can't say that he would have prospered in his own business. I don't feel like the actual, I hate to say this, I don't feel in this lifetime that the actual drive would have been fully behind him to make it happen. There would have been things that would have slowed him down in the morning. He would have not gotten things done in the orderly fashion that he wanted to get them done. And then it would have been easier to just step away from it and say, oh, well. But what I want to say is that's his message for you, though, is don't do that. Don't do that. Don't step away from things because they seem challenging. Don't step away things because they seem like there might be a hiccup in the road. We learn from those hiccups, don't we? We learn how to overcome them, hopefully, and we learn how to bring in new prosperity. And that's what he's talking about. Also, make sure that you're happy in any relationship that you decide to have on this planet, because he says life is too short to waste on people that cannot invest themselves in you emotionally. So he says, make sure that in this counts, and this isn't just love, this is friendship as well. And it's like, why be around so many people that may not have your best interests at heart? So if you feel that about somebody, because I feel like somebody coming into your life here shortly that's going to be like, what can you do for me? We ever have that person that come into your life, you guys, that go, what can you do for me? I'm going to be your friend, but boy, you better be there when I need you. I feel like you have that kind of person coming in if you don't have them in your life right now. And he says, why waste your time on that? Life is short. It is an important message for so many, isn't it? It's really, hey, Nia, how are you? That is usually your problem. And it's obviously seen from the other side. So maybe it's some time to sit up and take notice, right? Sit up and take notice. Okay, if everybody could share one time, that would be perfect. Yeah, I try not to let people like that in my life either. I don't like drama at all. I am not a drama llama. I will just walk away. I can't. It's like white noise, isn't it? Okay. As I drink from my mammoth cup, and I get very little from it every single time. It needs a straw. Okay. I'm doing well today. Got some validation. Awesome. So calm at mind at the moment. That's important, everyone. Absolutely. All right, let's move on, you guys. Let's see who else we can bring in. I couldn't do that yesterday. Oh, maybe not today either. Don't do that. Okay. Hurt my neck last Monday. And I couldn't move yesterday. Okay. Distraction. Okay. We're going to do this again. All right. So I'm going to go round and round with this guy that I was working on. Working with the, is that you have that exact cup? It holds ice like crazy. Like I can't even get it to melt so I can drink my drink. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Sometimes in the past, I've had lots of monkeys in a circus. Who has shifted from that reality? Absolutely. Welcome, Brianna, Healing Hearts. Welcome. So I have a guy, which is so funny. Okay, I have a guy. There's a story that goes with that saying. I think he's Australian. So if you're an Aussie, hang out. It's interesting because he was here this weekend and I couldn't find his people. And he's kind of insistent upon finding his people. It's an older gentleman and he goes to his cardigan. Like this would have been somebody's grandfather at this point. Maybe he was in the 80s. He would sit in the bar. Actually, he called it the pub. It was the pub. I went to say bar and he says pub. And he couldn't stand some of the screeching 80s music. Like some of the music was horribly loud and it was really, he couldn't stand it. But he went for the interaction. He enjoyed the quiet moment. That's why he couldn't stand that music. He wanted to get away from some other things that were going on in life. He just wanted to sit and have a drink and enjoy some time. That's all he wanted to do. But he had like a little sweater vesty kind of thing that he wore every once in a while when it got chilly. And his hair, he was kind of broad. Bye, Joanna. Bye, Joanna. He was kind of broad shouldered. And he talks about sports. I know, no 80s music. You're gone. No. But he talks about sports. He was kind of really excited to come through the other day, and I couldn't find his people. But the one thing he does that is supposed to be an indicator, and if you guys can't take him, that's okay. We're going to move on, because he'll hang out until I can figure out who can take him, is he goes, oi, 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 oi. I have no freaking idea, but it's not like go, go, go. It's like, oi, 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 oi. And it cracked me up because he did that. And then the teacher for the class that I was in, after a little bit, he's like, and then you could have people that sit in the bar and go, oi, 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 oi. And I'm going, it just, and nobody took him. And I was like, well, okay, there we go. But that's the older gentleman I have. I really feel like he's from Australia. He went to the pub and he wanted quiet time. He was trying to escape kind of like his life and his reality. And is it an 80? Tell me it is not an 80s song. He's just going to hang out till we figure out who he is. You know, it's who he belongs to. It's okay. Is there an 80s song that does that? Seriously? I can't think of it. I can't think of it. So I just wanted to throw that out there in case anybody could take him, because he's a really lovable older guy, but he kind of reminds me of somebody that would go, get off the lawn. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, Vicky. I have no idea. Is there another clue? His hands were big. He had big square hands. I don't know why. It's important to note that he had big square hands, but it's almost like his fingernails were square as well. I feel like he had an abundance of hair, and it was pulled over. He wasn't bald, but he pulled it over and he kept it longer on top. And there's something about a smell. There's something about the way he either smelled or he smelled things, because I get a strong sense of scent here. It's like he could smell the rain. That's the scent I get. I get that almost gonna rain kind of smell. So I almost want to take this to the point where he might have worked outdoors. And you can take some of it. TNT by AC/DC. I'll have to listen to it. TNT. I mean, I know of it, but oh, there's something here with his throat. There's something here with his throat. And it doesn't. I don't know if it's a thyroid issue or it, because I feel like this. This is what I feel like. I feel like I'm choked. So good night and happy birthday, Zenny. Mick Dundee. No, I would more put it with his friend, and I can't remember his old man friend. I would put it more with him than I would Mick Dundee, right? Steve Irwin. Did you guys see the memes going around about Steve Irwin and his son being in Shark Week and everything? Who else hurts from Steve Irwin still? That's one I would love to bring across. But you just see his kids and you go, the person you're thinking of was a horticulturist. Okay. Did they keep score? Were they game players or something like that? Because he's like, one down. You hurt from him as well. He's one of those ones that you just, what a pure soul. Yes, and that's what they're out there. They're like Bindy's baby, and it just breaks your heart. What evidence? Oh, he was a game. He kept score. Okay. You look at me. I'm like, what evidence did I just give? It surprises me to have found him in a pub. For him to describe where he was. Like, why would he have described himself in a pub? And I'm trying to, I'm not asking. I'm kind of like trying to work it out in my brain with the why would you want to be seen in a pub instead of out amongst nature? Paperwork. Can you tell me, can you validate that he might have been a professor or somebody that would have had to deal with the bureaucracy, that he was tired of people telling him and directing him, that took joy out of things? Can you take that in? He was looking for an escape. Just an escape. Europeans say oi, like we say hi. Hey. Because he went to the pub, for the football games. Okay. And that's where the oi, oi, oi comes in. Okay. Just an escape. And I'm just going to skip right to his message here because he's just kind of meandering through thoughts. It really is about solitude and finding your quiet space. I would have definitely went towards, like, stepping away from bureaucracy and and all that. But he's like, find your quiet space. Make sure that you're doing that enough in life, because how many times do we go? I could take this message like so easily. How often do we go? I gotta, and get done through stuff. And I feel like that was his grind, that he didn't take. Maybe he didn't work himself to death, but he also didn't take enough time. If this man could have gotten a 4-day weekend and had to work for 3 days a week, life would have been heaven. Okay, because then he could have found joy in the things that he really enjoyed doing, that he went into maybe horticulture for. All right, but he is really big on make sure you find your soul space. And if you were to try and find him in by closing your eyes, you could easily find him in a field, just a big beautiful field, and he really is all about taking time. Take that downtime. Don't buy out your vacation days, you guys. That's basically what he's saying. Don't buy out your vacation days. Use them. And step out into nature to find, because he keeps coming back with that smell right before the rain or right after the rain, and he's going, this is living. And then the last thing I kind of get is this: the human life that he had was great, but he didn't live enough in the way he wanted to. I'm glad somebody could take him, because he's just been lingering for like 2 days, and he just has this great energy. So, okay, moving on. Let's move on. Mediumship Mondays. Let's do it. If everybody could share one time, that would be great. It takes forever for fluid to come out of this thing. I'm going to die of thirst before I get it. Hey, Ashley, but I wish you wish you had more vacation. I think we all do. Right. We're talking about an RV. We're talking about an RV and going on the road to check out metaphysical sites. How much fun would that be? And just take you guys on the road to go check out metaphysical sites. Road trip. Okay. Let's see who else we can bring in. If everybody could share one time, that'd be great. Don't forget to go to My Mystical Life on Facebook. Give us a like. Oh, we have Mediumship. It doesn't sound like a lot of fun. We have a mediumship, closed mediumship, with a limited amount of seats available for the 15th with Ellie, Coyle, and myself. That will be at 9 p.m. in the UK, 3 p.m. Central. You guys can go. Of course, I don't have the. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Here it is. Here's the link. You guys can go here to get the link if you've not seen Ellie, Coyle, and I work together. Ellie Coyle is just amazing. I just love Ellie. She's not been feeling well the last couple of days. A lot of people have been feeling a little bit. What do you want us to share? The link, the page. I think if you're on YouTube, you can't. But if you hit the share button, you can share it out to groups. That would be awesome. Hi, Heather Drew, her first live. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have? That's 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Is it? If I don't have that little calculator in front of me, things go sideways so quickly. Like it's tomorrow before you know it. Okay. So let's see who we can bring across. Like, give me a second. I want to drop out of this over here. I need a minute. I have welcome newbies. I have an energy that's trying to like do trans channel. So if I sit back and I close my eyes too long, I'm gone. So I have to get out of that set. So let's start with the color purple. We're going to start with the color purple. There's a lady that has a really beautiful purple blouse. Actually, I don't feel like it's a purple blouse. I feel like it's a purple cardigan sweater. Something that she would have worn. It might have had pockets in the front of it, and she would have kept things in her pockets. She would have had little bits of things in her pockets, and not candies maybe, but she would have little things in her pocket that just popped out, and when somebody needed something, she'd be like, "Oh, I got that right here." And she was the person that everybody went to get the little detaily things. Like if you needed to sew a button on, she would have it. And she seems to keep making little bitty sewing references because I saw needles and thread in her pockets. But that's a really piss poor place to keep some needles, I gotta tell you. But it's this purple, light lilac, lavender colored cardigan. And as I see her going through time phases. She shows her hair was much darker brown when she was younger, and it went very, very, very thin. Not thin, gray. It went very, very gray. And I know that there was something to do with probably a later version of dementia that might have gone with this. Or just memory loss kind of thing. I get a sinus thing here, but it's a feeling like I've forgotten things. Like, where did I put that? I can't remember where I put that. And it was very, very frustrating. I also wonder if she might have ended up in a nursing home or an assisted living facility. I see shuffling. I see the shuffle of feet. I also feel like it was more difficult to walk. And she might have probably wore a skirt more often than pants until she got into that type of situation. I feel like she was raised to feel like a girl. How do we have so many yeses? Okay. I'm going to continue. I need more specifics. I really feel like she sewed. I really feel like she was a seamstress, like she could have made clothing. And the reason I say that is I feel like there was a piece of clothing she made for somebody that was significant, like a prom dress or a birthday dress. If it was like me, my grandma made me the worst clothes on the face of the planet. They were horrible. I loved her though. I love her. It would have been a significant garment. She would have made a significant garment for this person. and I see the rose color of rose, not roses. I see a rose color, like a dark pinkish, almost red, but not quite, lighter than fuchsia, that kind of color. Can anybody validate an older woman that wore a lavender cat cardigan, almost the color of the banner on my thing here, that had pockets on the front that she held things in, and she was a sewer. She would sew things, and she sewed a particular garment that was a not fuchsia color, but a red color. Not red, but it's called rose. It's called rose. Okay, but it was a particular garment, like a prom dress or a birthday dress. Who's in it 100%? Dusty rose, kind of like a dusty rose. Yeah, it's like a, it's so that's why it's hard to explain it, because it's not red and it's not pink and it's not fuchsia. There might have in this dimension, this loss of memory seems to be a thing. Who's in it 100%? Yes, the color of the screen frame is the color of her cardigan. Let's continue. Do we have anybody in at 100%? Diana Bradley. Okay. Is Diana Bradley the only one at 100%? Oh my God. What? I can't even know if I can give that. I mean, it's not bad. It's just like, I'm going to have to do this. I don't even know. Diana Bradley, I swear, I hope this makes sense to you, because if not, I'm going to feel like a boob. Sha-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na. Come on, you know sha-na-na-na, right? Tell me you know sha-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na. It was a program with with the guy who had the big deep voice. What was his name? It was sha-na-na-na. Does the sha-na-na-na, please tell me the sha-na-na-na makes sense to you? I'm giving randomness. I am throwing myself out on a limb trying to give the most specific information I possibly can, and just going, oh well. If you can't take it, you can't. Bowser. That's it. That's perfect. Sha-na-na-na. Sha-na-na. Sha-na-na. That's it. Sha-na. It wasn't sha-na-na. It was sha-na-na. Yeah, right? You can take it. Amen. And the angels went crazy. I'm so glad. Because I was just like, it was what a random piece of information, right? It's a piece of television nobody sees anymore. We haven't seen Sha-na-na on television in how long? So yeah, Bowser had a big, he was this great big huge dude, right? Yeah, and that's what we're going for, Vicky, is the weird, wild, nobody else can. Wow, how do you pull that kind of stuff? How do they bring that across? That kind of thing. So that's where we're going for. And so this is absolutely for Diana. It's interesting. She's talking about, do you feel prepared? I mean, honestly, I can almost channel her. Do you feel prepared? Do you feel prepared for the changes that you might have coming up in life? Because it's like someone around you is getting ready to shift gears again, and things are going to shift, and you're going to have a little bit of a hard time with it. You may not care for the direction and decisions that some of those people make. But what are we supposed to do in life but help others prepare themselves for flight? Is kind of what she's saying. Because I feel like she's talking about flight. She's talking about there's just someone's going to change directions, and you're going to be like, what the hell's going on? And you may not like it. You may not like it. But it is all about preparing other people to be independent. I kind of know where it's going, but I ain't going to say it. I don't have to. Because on the other side, there's a safety net. There's definitely a safety net for you and for this person that is getting ready to shift gears and change some perspectives in life for you and them. Well, if Diana isn't happy, GD, I can't tell you. It's Diana's message, and it may not make sense to her right now. But change is on its way. And also, by the way, I want to say change is coming in like a freight train. It's not going to be like this gentle morning rain. So don't shoot the messenger. Very cool. She's a very cool lady. She's like prepared, and she just comes across as very well put together and prepared. Just see me try to knock my front teeth out. I speak my truth. Whoever comes across is who comes across. I'm sorry. I just got a message about somebody that passed away long time ago. That is a big part of my journey. So let's move on. Let's move on to see who else we can pull across, bring across, not pull across. That sounds forceful, doesn't it? What in the world? Hey, John Wheeler, it has been forever. You as well. So I want to talk about, I know it's like I'm trying, there's water in here, but it's just little bitty sips that it's just a little bitty hole. What the hell's with that? I have a very hi, new subscriber. I am Shama Camille. Welcome. So I want to talk. You know what? I don't know. I'm asking my guides for the most exact and outland. I know it's so horrible. I'd be ready. I don't even have a coffee cup here, so I can't do coffee. Take the lid off and guzzle. That's probably the best thing to do. So I'm asking for these people to come across and give me some of the most exact information that somebody is going to know that they can take, right? So we're not spending 20 minutes trying to figure out who gets the reading, which is going very effectively, by the way. So what I want to talk about is a pickup person, right? Who can take that? Do you even know what a pickup person is? Let me tell you what it is. So here's what I have. I have somebody that would have played either Native American games, which would entail taking your pony at high speeds, reaching down, grabbing up, slinging them up on the pony, and you sliding off. It's a Indian game. And in the Native American games, which, believe it or not, you guys, do happen here in the United States all the time. But it's also could feel like somebody picking up in a rodeo. It could have been a rodeo attendant that would go through and pick up the bull riders after they're off the bull and they're in danger, and they would be on the horse and they would come over and they would slide them, grab them up and sling them up behind them on the horse. This is who I have. I have a man who is the person that reaches down, grabs the other guy by the hand and slings his ass on the saddle behind him. I really kind of feel like it's a rodeo person. Can anybody take a rodeo person that would have passed away in the 70s to 80s that maybe like, They're talking about the 70s to 80s. They might have been in the rodeo in the 70s to 80s. I feel like they passed away after that. They didn't pass away in the rodeo, I don't believe. But this was something they might have told tales about, was being in the rodeo and being part of this really cool thing. And it would have been a really cool thing, right? Can anybody take that gentleman? If not, we're going to move on, because I'm like, I asked for exact. Yes, I did. But yeah. Hey, Aaron. Person suffered from anxiety and indecision later on in their life, where they had this strong, robust early part of their life, and then they faded into actually they say disease later on in their life, where they took on stress and anxiety, and it created illness within their life. So they were pretty much a shadow of who they were when they were younger, and they could almost tell you stories, and you'd be like, I can't even believe you could be that person, because they looked like a shadow of themselves. And this is why I was like, I don't even know, you guys, because I asked for exact information, but that's pretty exact, isn't it? If nobody can take them, we're going to move on, because I'm just like, the hell is that? How do we work with that, man? I do, if there's somebody in the room that can take it. See, look, I give in. Oh, now I'm going to get... Okay. I almost drowned myself because I wasn't so used to not getting any kind of fluid. Okay. So nobody can take him. All right. I was thinking maybe we had a horse person on here that would have had a family member that had been in the rodeo. But we're going to move on because I just don't feel like that is somebody that's in the room. It's kind of like, okay. But I had to try. So let's go ahead and move on. Hey, Nicole Magnus. You knew someone that was in the circus in the 70s? Gosh, it just feels like it, I don't know if it feels very circus. It feels. See, and here's the thing: I'm a horse person, so I naturally gravitate towards like rodeo. No, it feels like there's a dangerous situation that they were pulling people out of. Vicky McHale, I know more dead people than I do live. It was so hard this class this weekend because they're like, you're dead people. And I'm thinking, I am not saying any more beyond that, because I have not, I don't have that many, blessedly. And it was hard for people to do readings because I just, I've been very, very blessed. It would be so much easier if they said their gosh darn names. Well, so let's see who else we can. I keep having. I'm working to. That's why I'm having a hard time here, because I'm trying to not trans channel. I don't know why it's a big deal today, because we haven't done this in a couple months now, other than on recordings. I'm going to call an earthquake. I know we had an earthquake here in New Mexico today. Itty bitty baby one. I'm trying to see where. Gosh, I feel like Montana, like over northwest. But I think there's going to be more than one. So watch the Ring of Fire. Watch closer to Australia and New Zealand as well. Watch for that. When I trans, does my throat start to tickle? I don't think so. When I'm pushing off trance, I stutter over my words a lot. And the last time I really, really pushed it off, and really kind of resisted because he was being pushy, I looked like I had a mini stroke episode online. It was rude. It was rude is what it was. And so we kind of have this agreement that, Lisa says no, we kind of mean no, but he's really pushing today. And he's talking about the throat tickle thing, not so much. I just get a feeling of like a blanket coming down where my eyes get extremely heavy. And if I close my eyes, I'm out. And just talking. So I like to be able to do that at my will. So that's why we exercise that, right? But I don't have a ground right now. I don't have anybody to be like, hey, Lisa, y'all want to come back now? Yeah. So I don't usually do it without a ground. So, hey, Kelly Hansen. The energy's lagging on the video. It does. It does. I'm sorry. So calling an earthquake. We're pretty good at this. Sometimes when you start channeling, you start to cough. Now, are you trance channeling, or are you just bringing energies, larger energies, high vibrating energies over? A lot. I know a couple people that cough. Hey, everybody. Okay. The Pacific Northwest, Montana over to Washington State. I'm calling an earthquake, and the Ring of Fire down by New Zealand and Australia as well. When's the trance channel class, Lisa? Nope, I can't teach trance channel yet. What does it mean when I say I don't have a ground to trance channel? It's just somebody to be on the feed with me that says, hey, either ask questions, because when I trance channel, if there's questions on here on the feed, I cannot see them because my eyes are closed, right? But it's also Diana Bradley. I'm sorry, that's just the information I was given. And you know how we are about earthquake notifications, right? Tape your damn doors. But it also is somebody that can say, hey, maybe it's time to come back. So, yeah, that's important to me. It's super important to me. Yeah, that's just kind of information that this is. Yeah, it's like a spiritual spotter. That's what we'll do. We'll call him a spiritual spotter. Big one in 1987. There was a great big one in 1989. That one, Sam was in boot camp when that happened, and they had no idea, but people were being pulled out of boot camp and sent home. Yeah. But he's actually talking about, he wants to talk about a storm. He wants to talk about, and by a storm, he is talking very metaphorically, that there's a change. And now this is the problem that bothers me. When I start talking about change, my top lip starts to vibrate. And when that happens, that is Archangel Ezekiel. He likes to be called Ezekiel for me. I don't know why, but and what is he? So that kind of disturbs me, right? That kind of change we don't need. We've had enough change like that. You're moving to Southern California, no earthquakes. So, yeah. Paragon. We all know Archangel Michael is when my lower lip vibrates, and it just feels like it just feels like my top lip. I know this is the strangest way to get angels to come through, right? To let you know they're around, but my top lip is Ezekiel. Yeah, Mr. Farr, I'll be home for class, I'm assuming. If not, I'll start before him. He's at work. He'll still be here. Yeah, that's just their indications that there's change coming. This is expect extreme change. When I have my top lip vibrate, it expect extreme change. So that's where we were going. We're not going to trans channel. We're just not going to do it. What we are going to do is it's a lot of information. You're going to a barbecue. Okay. Rut-row. Yeah, rut-row. This is great. Let's do some questions. Is meditation the best way to channel your guides? Meditation is the best way to get your brain in gear, in the correct state to effectively communicate with your guides. But that's not the only way. Journaling, write down your dreams. That's an incredible way to connect with your guides. And you guys, how do you connect with your guides? Throw it up here, put it up here. It's a great topic. So when you're first trying to connect with your guides, a lot of people struggle with meditation. We just do, right? So don't worry about that. 2 minutes is better than no minutes. And if all you do is close your eyes and put yourself in a beautiful field to start with, that's wonderful. You don't have to see the field. You don't have to hear the field. You don't have to feel the field. You can use any of those senses. You don't have to use them all. It doesn't have to play like a movie. Pick one that shows up and go with it. Oracle cards, great, right, Sylvia, for working with your guides. They actually have Oracle cards set up specifically to call in your guides. Wait, is there a slow, deep voice talking behind me? Because I have not heard him. Light a candle, staring into flame is a good way. Scrying mirrors is another great way. You kind of lose. Right now, what? It's 444 right now. Oh yeah, it is. It is. There's so many different ways to distract your brain, and that's really what you're trying to do: is distract your brain to drop your subconscious and just allow things to come in. And Sylvia T says she doodles. It's actually, do you use Zentangle? Do you consider it Zentangle, Sylvia T? Zentangle? Most of mine is dreams. I've never tried meditation, so I wanted to ask to see if the channel my guides more. It's really great because Sam and I had this conversation earlier. No, we had it last night. Not everybody meditates on a everyday, ritual, and they still communicate with their guides. So there's no way to do it wrong as long as you get the communication. Vicky likes binaural beats. I like binaural beats as well, but after a while, your brain learns them. So you have to change them. So make sure if you're using one specific binaural beat that you switch it up, because your brain will go, I know what to anticipate, and then it will precurse the binaural beat. That's why drumming, the act of physically drumming or listening to somebody drum, not a percussion instrument that is run through a computer, which also will do like a binaural beat situation, but the human beat is faulty. So the brain can't keep up with it. It has to keep thinking about it, and it distracts the brain and allows that beautiful communication to come through. When you're weeding in your garden, absolutely, because you're grounding at the same time. You're connecting to the planet. Great. Colleen says, meditation, oracle cards, sitting in ritual. You love ritual. I love your photos. They're so great. And journaling. Journaling is like this neural link, isn't it? To get more communication. Wait a minute. I want to see this. Where'd it go? Connect with the higher self. Yeah. The subconscious is the thought and the brain process's way of saying, I like to do this in a pattern. We have subconscious things that we do that we have picked up our whole entire life. Here is one of the biggest subconscious things that we do. We listened to what somebody told us when we were younger we are, and we've lived it. We've made it our story. right? And we've had a conversation about that this week, actually. But when you do that, when you think it enough, you replay what someone said to you enough in your head, whether you were 5 or whether you were 50, and you replay it. Do you guys see this? Right? Then what happens is it becomes some subconscious patterns. So we're trying to get out of those subconscious patterns, slide right into either alpha or theta brainwaves and allow things to come in. But Zentangle it doesn't have, you're not, where did she go? Oh, let's see. I don't consider myself an artist, but I like doodling flowers. Art's art, man. Seriously. Art is art. It doesn't matter what it is. There is no perfect art. Show me perfect art on the face of the planet. It isn't. Unless it's done by a computer, and that don't count. Perfect. You use all different ones. Yeah, it's important to vary. It really is, because your brain tends to go, driving. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, that is a great way to do that. Because, and I know you know this, but not everybody does. So 7 to 10 times a day, we are in a state of hypnosis. And one of those states of hypnosis is when you lose yourself when you're driving, or you have that mommy brain. That's meditation. Hello, oldest spawnling.
I'm hanging up now.
I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm online. Bye.
Fridge. It's still under warranty?
Yeah, I'll call you in a bit. I really am online. All right, bye. So we are 7 to 10 times a day. We're in a state of hypnosis, and it is a physical state of brainwave dropping down into this theta brainwave where we can just relax and let our brain blah. It goes blah. Empty presence. Yeah, it's a great way to do it. Yeah, I think of it. Is that my dog is a spider? Isn't he cute? It's a big damn spider. Yeah, so he's meditating. It might, you know what, Sylvia, you're probably right. I was like, I don't hear anything. It's because I'm used to the dog noises. It's Buford, right, Buford? Buford? Hey. Yeah, it's Buford. Okay. What is that? What is the class that's happening tonight? It's supposed to be crystal class. Mr. Fry has the wheel on the second Monday of every month. It is my day off. So Mr. Fry has the wheel tonight, and usually it's a crystal class, but I think we had some questions about maybe shadow work and manifestation and things like that. So it's going to be a mishmash class. Oh, it wasn't Sam. It was our spawnling. It was our womb fruit, our oldest one. He's 31. I mean, he's not a little guy. So there we go. Guess the refrigerator's on the fritz. Anyhow, and with that, you guys, I'm going to go make dinner. I think I'm going to go make dinner. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Not really. But what's our womb fruit? He's 6'6" womb fruit. He does not appreciate that, by the way. Does not appreciate that at all. He doesn't appreciate it when I try to auction him off online either. But you know what? I'm the mom. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. All right. You guys, we'll see you in class tonight if you're part of the membership. If you're not and you want to be in the membership, mymysticallife.com at the top, hit the membership button. It is a Zoom class that I have totally not put the link out for yet, but it will be in the private membership group in a hot minute. So you guys, yeah. Everybody have a great night. Love, light, all that good stuff. And feel divine, because why? Because you are. All right. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, what time? 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be on the link here in a minute because I forgot. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.